Welcome to AITSM Show. Today we will be talking about visible signs when you absolutely need digital service management. We are joined today by Juzer Saifee, Account Manager IT Solutions at Vyom Labs. So far, IT decision makers often ignore or delay the critical decision to move towards digital ITSM tools and platforms to manage the IT services and processes. So, Juzair, when you do know that it is the right time to go ahead with the digital ITSM toolset?
Firstly, thank you so much for having me on the show, Anand. Of course, there are many burning signs or warning indicators decision makers fail to see. Now, if you see even 4 or 5 of these 13 signs in your service management, it is time to move towards a digital ITSM tool set. Now, when I say burning signs, it could be like a support staff, a support agent seem to take too long resolving issues, resulting in unhappy and end customers, unhappy end users.
Right.
There- Right. There may be scenarios where agents work on the same issue again and again, and thus wasting some of the good time that can be utilized by them in other key technology areas.
Right.
And there could be service requests which are not properly logged by the end users at the same time, and thus their requests fall in the wrong support area, wrong support group. There is no proper assignment mechanism in your tool.
Mm-hmm.
If you do manage services and clients, you feel that they are leaving due to their inability to provide the level of support that they require in order to use the products or service properly.
Yeah.
So these are some of the burning issues in terms of knowledge sharing also between agents, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, who can really resolve those problems quickly by following some knowledge articles. Um, they may fail to track the known errors and may treat as if they are brand new each time.
Mm-hmm.
So support agents might be skilled enough to handle your issues. He is trained enough to quickly resolve the problems. But maybe the ITSM tool that you are using is not capable enough to provide them to unleash their capabilities.
True.
Um, right, for example, I've seen some of the customers who even struggle to track the agent performance, the support agent's performance. No matter how good that support agent is working, there is no way he can identify the performance of the agent through the you know s- dashboards, through reports on the performance resolutions of those tickets that the agent is providing.
Mm-hmm.
Unable to track customer satisfaction, the feedback from the customers or the end users, uh, why the scores are declining, why the performance is not up to the mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then there can be something like where there's some service request might go undocumented.
Oh.
Uh, right, there can be a good solution provided by one of the agents, but he has not created a knowledge article out of it, and then it goes into the archival mode. So there can be,
Yes.
right, hundreds of tickets getting created each day, and one of the ticket, this agent has provided a beautiful solution, but he was not able to make it as a knowledge article because there was no capability in the tool to
Mm-hmm.
store that ticket as a knowledge article.
Yes.
And one more thing I can add more to what all these I'm discussing is there could be tickets which are getting transferred between multiple support teams before providing the resolution to the end users.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's like hopping between L1, L2, L3 teams without any team is able to take ownership of it. And then as an end user, for me, I'm not too sure where my ticket is landing in the IT team.
Yeah, and
So
people are maybe just uh, handling the tickets by just transferring it.
absolutely, absolutely, it's more become a pain for end users to know when their issue will get resolved, who to actually contact at the back end. Um, of course, there is going to be level one or level zero service desk team who is going to face the end user about this issue. But what happens is they do not even have the right updated information, because they're not sure. Some days the ticket is lying with level 2 support, some days it's level 3 support. It
True.
keeps moving around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be a mechanism wherein a tool should be able to give you an idea that and level 0 or level 1 can have a chat integrated within the ITSM tool set, where he can quickly chat to his level 2 support person and
Mm-hmm.
provide a real time updates to end users.
Right, like sharing notes or something like that, or
Absolutely, absolutely. Because most of the times, also I have seen that some of the agents, they try to store their important or critical data information, like follow up, in the
mm-hmm.
sticky notes or emails,
Mm-hmm.
on a notebook, right? So they miss out capturing those details, minute details in the ticket activity field.
Right.
Um, if they chat with their level 2 support personnel, that activity details also gets captured into tickets, so there is no missing information as far as a complete life cycle of any service request or incident goes.
Exactly. Yeah. So, Juzer, thanks so much for these valuable insights about moving to digital ITSM in time. So, how to go about implementing digital ITSM service management tools, and how to start the journey and all.
It's a very, very good question, Anand. As a decision maker, or as a team who is looking for changes into their and identify these pain areas that we discussed. Firstly, they'll have to design a process, set out a budget, and establish some process and policies, because ITSM tool selection is one of the first key steps.
Yes.
You need to consider various factors while evaluating the best fit ITSM tool for your organization, because it depends on the number of users you are providing the services. Based on that, what sort of processes you have in place, and then you decide that, okay, this particular ITSM tool can help me build my own configuration, or out of the box this tool has these configurations which I can leverage without even doing a lot of customizations into the tool.
Yeah.
Right, and then important is how you want it to be deployed. Do you want it on premise in your own data center, because you have certain security policies and which doesn't allow you to go on SaaS or a cloud. So definitely there are now maturity at this stage that ITSM is available as a service, and ITSM is also available on premise, as well as mobility. So it's one of the key requirement now that your agents, your end users should be empowered with the mobility, so that they can use it on the fly, on the go, and get their issues resolved, or a service desk can help an end user on the go. So these
True.
are Right. So these are some of the factors, and then probably you look at the next level, which is what are the high level features could be this product can bring me. Should it be codeless, or should it require coding? How easy to customize?
Yeah.
Is it ITIL compliant? Very important to know that it should be ITIL version 4 compliant. Um, it should provide you out of the box service management process model in case you are trying to shift in-house ITSM tool to a to a service management platform. So the process model should be there in place to help you take to the journey to the next level.
True. Yeah.
Right. So these are some of the things which I think are very important. At the same time, if you are planning to integrate your ITSM tool to different applications that you already use in house, then you have to take a factor in that it should have a proper integration mechanism, maybe an integration platform along with it, so that you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do point to point integration every time the business need comes in, that you have to integrate maybe with SAP, maybe with Active Directory, maybe with any monitoring solutions. Uh, if you have a integration platform along with your ITSM tool, then it becomes easy for you to leverage it, and you have the inbuilt connectors for integration that makes your developers' jobs easy, your administrators' job easy, your decision makers' job easy.
Yes.
Right, and then you can have you can look at around the customization level of it. Can you can you use the business rule which is there out of the box, or do you need to customize it? Can you use the workflows which is already there based on ITIL standards? You don't need to make a lot of changes to it. Um, so all these are some important areas, and also data. So how secure is your data, right?
Right.
Data security between your teams. Maybe if you are starting today to leverage the service management tool just for your IT departments or IT business unit, but in future you can start using the service management tool for your HR, human resource department, for your administration, for your legal, for your finance team. So data segregation becomes very important, right? So one of the key tools that I am aware that we do is from BMC software that provides you the segregation of data when it comes to HR data and your IT data. So your salary slip should be a discussion of between your HR and you as an individual employee. It should not be visible to anybody else in your organization. So those level of segregations is very important. So talking all this, makes it easy for you to evaluate the right ITSM solution. Though it is not an easy task, it needs a lot of planning. It is very important to understand your own organizational requirements and build process to smoothly run on the chosen ITSM tool. So that is, my take on it.
Great, great. Those ideas, processes, and all the tips you shared were really insightful. So before we end our this interesting discussion here, what is the one question you wish I had asked?
Okay, this is very interesting. Um, well, the question is this, and answer is this. What challenges that you have seen that end user organizations or consultants or maybe the developers will face while doing the execution, that is the implementation of service management, the digital service management.
Yes, yeah. So how is there any one tip you can provide? So what could be the major one challenge which you face during the implementation?
It's all about planning, right? Planning has to be near perfect, and then once you have the correct plan to execute your
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, daily activities that you have planned for the implementation, you should know what are the limitations and what are the risk factors. And then you can start doing as an agile methodology as well. Go with one module at a time and take it from there.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing, amazing. Thanks a lot for being on our show and looking into the value you have provided today and we had today. We'll keep inviting you, I think, in our all future episodes. So probably you should book more time with us on this show. Thank you very
Would
much.
would would love to be on this show again to share my experience. Anand, thank you so much.
So if you like this conversation, please share it generously. And most importantly, let us know what the questions you would like to ask our guests and our future industries pro. Watch this space for more interesting talks. Bye bye. Thank you.